Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to HBF Stadium, where we're about to go live in Court 1 for the Elite Women's Bronze Medal game. In what is set to be a titanic battle between the Vickersons and the Western Australian ladies. The WA ladies, one of only two actual state teams representing here at the National Championships, and they have grabbed themselves second in the National Championships, and this is a chance to play off for a bronze medal for this part of the tournament. So in the Western Australian Elite, we have number 1, Sam Blackham, number 2, Marie Troussinon, number 3, Cami Rees, number 4, Vice Captain Bronwyn McKenzie, number 5, Sarah Walker, number 7, Lily Ladd-McGovern, number 8, Michaela Domisi, number 9, Claire Ford, the captain, number 11, Hayley Digney, number 12, Maggie Biffin, number 14, Natalie Iredale, and number 18, Zoe Canavan. And this team is coached by Josh McKenzie. And just looking towards the bench there, it looks as though it's Samantha Blackham and Natalie Iredale sitting this game out as we get underway here. First swim off, and it's WA first to the puck and recycling it back towards their back line. As puck gets moved across to this near side, and they're coming up against the Vickersons, which is a combination of a Victorian and Philippines team. Amy Barry-McCauley recently coaching the Philippines to a win at the Asia Cup and has brought a few of those players out here, which is a fantastic experience for the Philippines players, as well as a great addition to the tournament here for everyone competing against them, and they've certainly brought an excellent atmosphere to the pool deck. As we see WA making a bit of a drive, but the Vickersons are able to pull that one out and clear it over to the near side. But the WA halfback there making a quick drive through and maintaining that possession. Look like possibly Michaela doing that work there. As we see, there is Amy Barry-McCauley on the puck. Signal from Turbo Hands Talbot, who's one of the 3 officials in this game on the far side there. He signalled obstruction against the Vickersons. And Turbo Hands Talbot will push back and set a line with Gigi from New South Wales and Jenny Kennedy being the 3rd referee. So they're the 3 refs we've got going on. There's an interesting play there with the players getting tangled, but everyone's played it on. That looks like Marie for West Australia with the puck, recycling it back towards, I think that might be Bronwyn McKenzie. Oh, no, maybe not actually. That might be, yeah, anyway, back to, let's say, a West Australian halfback. As the puck just caught here in a dangerous spot for the Vickersons. WA happy recycling it around, but a good hit there from the Vickersons wing, and a nice drive here as they push the puck down the pool. Recycling back to the middle, but it's WA who have picked it back up. So just looking through this Vickersons team, number 1, Michelle Uy, number 2, Naj Bunafi. As we see WA making a drive to the top of the highway to the danger zone, but unable to convert into pressure as the Vickersons get numbers on the bottom. Number 3, Nina Barry-McCauley, vice captain. And number 4, her sister, Amy Barry-McCauley, the captain. Number 6, Joey Uy. Number 7, Belinda Keeley. Number 8, Lucero Perdomo Cruz. Number 9, Megan Keppert. Number 10, Phoebe Stewart. Number 11, Chari Onganko. Number 12, Madeline Rive. And number 13, Kirstine Reed, as WA make a drive on the goal tray, but defended by WA there. And it looks to be 2 of the Philippines players who are sitting out. So there's 4 Philippines players in this team. And the Vickersons have gone out of their way this tournament to make sure that the Philippines girls got as many games as possible during the round robin. But at the pointy end of the tournament here, where the silverware is on the line, in this case the bronzeware, they have opted, obviously, to probably put their strongest 10 in, as WA controlling possession and controlling momentum of this game at the moment, with Victoria, or the Vickersons, chasing the puck somewhat around the court. As we've got a good drive from WA on the tray here, and that's been lazily slid in at the end there by, looks like, number 3 from Western Australia, which is Cami Rees there, putting that one in. So the Vickersons... Oh, have we got, looks like we may, no, it's been signalled no goal. Kirstine Chucky Reed doing some aggressive gesticulating on the surface towards her teammates there. As one of the senior members of this team, Chucky taking a leadership role there and coach of the Australian Women's Masters team. So Chucky certainly knows what she's gesticulating about. as the play gets pushed towards the far side. There's some great players in both these teams. A lot of players in here. There'd be at least a dozen players in here who have represented Australia at World Championships, and there'd be at least a dozen gold medals in there between all of them. So we should be in for some high-paced action. As good movement of the puck there from the WA forward. WA in the black caps with the black bats, going from left to right on your screen. The Vickersons in the white caps with the paddle pop bathers on as they clear it to the outside there. But at the moment it's about a 3-to-1 ratio of WA to Vickersons on the bottom, and the Vicks will really need to start getting those numbers up if they want to stay in this game and try and wrestle back a bit of momentum. Great hit from the WA player there to go around the outside, and that looked to me to be the aggression of the angry 88, Zoe Canavan there, commentator extraordinaire. Zoe also responsible for doing all the player profiles for this tournament. And that's a great hit from Zoe to open the score account for WA, and they go ahead 1-0 here in this Women's Elite Bronze Medal match. Previous game to this one, the men's bronze medal match, we saw Tasmania and Queensland in a tight-fought contest with Tasmania just edging ahead at the end. So the Tasmanian men taking the bronze medal, Queensland taking a very respectable fourth in a team that has grown strongly throughout the tournament. As we're back underway here, and it's the Vickersons taking a bit of possession, looking to work that puck up that wall, and they've got some numbers down. Obviously Chooky's animated gesticulating is making a difference as we see a strong drive from the Vickersons here, working towards the tray. They got numbers down. Good bottom time there. The puck has gone in. There's a good punch of the bottom there. We've got an excellent claim from the Vickersons player. Celebrating that one heavily as number 10 putting that one in. Looking at the wrong team list. So the Vickersons, number 10, Phoebe Stewart, finishing that one off. Overlapping heavily there from the back line. Good bottom time by Phoebe to finish it off. As the game gets back underway, and it's WA with a lovely swerve off the strike. Reloads for the double Sanger, but gets cleaned up by Amy Barry McCauley there, who punches that one back through, cleaning that out for her team. But it's a bit of contested hockey right on the top of the 6-metre D in front of the Vickersons goal, which is a dangerous spot to be getting in that kind of melee. We got a signal though. Turbo Hands Talbot has picked up obstruction and is pushing back the Vickersons. So that'll be a WA free puck, probably about 6 metres out from goal on the right-hand defensive corner of their goal tray. As we see both teams getting numbers down. Looks like Marie taking the free puck there. It's a good chip through. The Vickersons are trying to sweep it across the goal tray here. WA got numbers recycling in from behind. And it looks like in the end just pure strength and numbers there. WA keeping players down behind the puck. Vickersons unable to hold their position on the bottom. And WA going ahead 2-0 here in this bronze medal playoff. A lot of spectators kicking around on the pool deck here today, which is good to see. A lot of animated supporting happening. Number 9, I've been informed, Claire Ford, the captain, ex-Tasmanian girl, now been living in WA for some time, down in Margaret River, so from part of the southern districts over here, and an exceptional player with a few World's gold medals under her belt, I believe. Interestingly, Claire actually one of my first ever underwater hockey coaches, and also instructed me in how to make my first ever latex glove. Yep, at that time I was incredibly sick, and now I still relate latex with having a blocked nose. It just has that same kind of smell for me, so I blame Claire for that. Every time I smell latex, I think of Claire. So. I feel like I should put Nick Martin on the camera for this. He's telling a fascinating story about latex. Yes. Whereas now it's all silicone. The glory days of latex are gone. As signal from the surface. Gigi was playing advantage. Jenny was playing advantage. Simon was playing advantage. All of them have seen a stick infringement against the Vickersons. So the Vickersons will find themselves pushed back here. Once again, looks like Marie taking the free puck, chipping it in, and it's numbers on the bottom for WA. Once again, good pick up there from the Vickersons on the outside of that, but unable to maintain possession, and it's just been ripped off and recycled back in by Western Australia. Nice little steal there. Swim, who's another member of this Vickersons squad. No, I'm mixing that up, sorry. Michaela Fannin is in the mixed bags. That was somebody else. I'm not even going to guess who. Someone else with a clear mask who looks a lot like Michaela. We'll go with that. As puck just gets caught in the Bermuda Triangle. And we've got another signal, Turbo Hands Talbot, obstruction against the WA team. Looks like Belinda Keeley coming in on that one, who's then laid it back to, I think that might be Amy Barry McCauley making that. No, sorry, I lie, that's Michaela Fannin, the young Tasmanian. That'll be a Vickersons free puck there. As the game gets back underway. Everybody on the bottom, which is good to see. Amy Barry McCauley forcing that one through. Looks like Chucky chasing after that, unable to make contact as WA recycle that back down the wall under their sub-bench. Strong swim towards the middle of the pool. Good possession by WA. Good composed work by the forward there to maintain that possession. Good feedback and nice little tuck and roll as they make their way towards the cafeteria to try and get that sausage roll. But they've been bounced by the lunch lady and sent out to the defensive corner. No sausage roll for WA there. As play stagnates on this far wall. Vic's been corner-napping a little bit, but just getting enough on that to force WA to slow down and get some more numbers behind. Good sweep there as Belinda Keeley clearing that one to Kirstine Reed. Chucky clearing that one to the far corner. And Amy Barry McCauley coming in support, but good aggressive swim in from WA there. And Vickersons just not keeping numbers on the bottom behind the puck there. And WA getting them with the recycle and a quick 45 towards a goal tray. We've seen a lot of that happening here in this 3-metre court. It's quite narrow at only 12 metres, so there's a lot less time for the backs to get down and impact that play. And so those quick little 45s at the corner of the goal tray have been exceptionally effective. And that was number 3. Once again, Camilla Rees putting that one in. The little goal hog now. She's got 2 of the 3 goals here for WA. As we see the Vickersons calling a timeout. It looks to be Phoebe Stewart taking the gesticulating and speaking role here. She's quite calm. She's got her bat. You know, there's a lot of bat pointing. I'm more a fan of that, like hand, kind of flat palmed, you know, eye contact, angry palm point. But Phoebe electing for the glove and stick. Oh, I've got a big pullback motion there from her in her gesticulating mode. So we'll have to see if that's effective with the girls. On the sub bench, Belinda Keeley with her mask up, sucking in the big ones. And Josh McKenzie on the far side in his wetsuit. Looking quite small next to his WA women's team. Josh not being the largest frame getting around on the pool deck. And the wetsuit sucking it all in there for him as he gesticulates with both arms, which is an interesting technique. A lot of people questioning whether perhaps a beard for Josh might help him have a bit more command control. Obviously, the command control presence of some good facial raccoonry does you know, give the coach that little edge, and it might help him, you know, maybe get the hair growth going on the top as well, as at least he's got nothing to stress about here, as at the moment the WA women are up 3-0. Just going to fix the mask on our upstream key here, as we've got a little bit missing from the right hand side. We'll just tone that back a bit there. Look, now we can see the whole of the black. Just my OCD coming into play there. As good drive from the Vickersons pushing WA back into their defensive corner. But just unable to maintain aggressive pressure there as WA gets some numbers down, and we see another drive towards the tray. Good composure there from the WA forward, just pulling back, maintaining possession. And we then see an aggressive chip and chase as WA pushing hard, but Vickersons getting numbers behind there. And sweeping that one out of the danger zone, out to the wall. But once again, we see that quick 45 coming at the tray. It's caught right up on the corner there. Kirstine Reed unable to get enough of that puck, making a contest of it, but just not quite able to sweep it out of the reach. And it's number 6 for Western Australia, which is interesting because Western Australia don't have a number 6. So number 7. Let's go with that. Lily Ladd McGovern putting that one in. Well done, Lily. Also playing in the under-19 juniors division, playing in the WA women's team. The only women's team here, so well done to Lily. Lily, a silver medalist, I believe, from the 2017 Age Group World Championships in the under-19s division. One of many of the up-and-coming young WA girls who are pushing through into these elite ranks. So they've got Samantha Blackham, Lily Ladd McGovern, Maggie Biffin and Natalie Erdell all playing in this team. So 4 girls also playing in the under-19 women's division. As Sarah Walker has hopped out of the pool here. Mask off. She might be having some mask fogging issues, I think, from the looks of it. She's running to the fresh water. Trying to fix some mask issues there is Sarah Walker. Bolting from the pool with 10 seconds left on the clock. It is WA in a commanding 4-1 lead at present. We can see the West Australian men's team giving them some support from behind and getting worked on by the physios as they prepare for their gold medal game, which is coming to you after this one. It's an even Stevens off the strike. WA recycling and keeping some possession and dropping it back through their back line there. It looks like Bronwyn McKenzie picking that one up. Nice little movement inside. Good strong swimming. Good bottom time from Bronny backing that one up. And WA just working the puck nicely around their numbers here. Not committing to any of the Vic defenders and keeping possession and just forcing Vic to chase after the puck at the moment. Vic doing a good job of just controlling a bit of the bottom behind the puck here. But just getting beaten for bottom time at the moment by this WA team. Good desperate defence on the corner of the tray from the Vickersons, but they're just going in ones. But they've managed to spill it wide out of that contest, but we've got a signal from the referees. It looks like the referee on the back end of that, Turbo Hands Talbot, is signalling a penalty shot. So infringement on the corner of the tray there by the Vickersons. So Western Australia with the opportunity to go 5-1 up here with a penalty shot in front of goals. Looks like number 4 and number 9. So we've got Bronwyn McKenzie and Claire Ford, 2 very experienced players, facing up against, I think that might be Phoebe Stewart, who was the Vickersons back in there. It was, and that has been flicked straight into the goal tray. No contest. Number 4, Bronwyn McKenzie, taking that. I'm good for the refs room. As we get back underway here, 10 seconds left on the clock, so we're going to go into half-time. 5-1 lead to the West Australian team. And the Vickersons just getting beaten for bottom time here in this first half. Nothing wrong with their intensity on the puck, but just after that first effort, they're failing to maintain the control of the bottom space. And WA just spending that extra 2 or 3 seconds down, which has resulted in them being 4 goals ahead here. As we get into halftime in this women's elite bronze medal match between Western Australia and the Vic Amazons. He's in the water coaching. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we see WA less than a minute into this second half, putting in a strong driving goal there to go 6-1 ahead. As WA puts in a sausage roll, I'm actually enjoying a sausage roll myself here on the microphone. So apologies for the loud chewing. Number 88, Zoe Canavan, the little powerhouse, ex-Queensland, ex-Victoria, now Western Australian. As play gets underway, looks like Belinda Keeley winning that strike. It's spilling out the far side. WA controlling it underneath their sub-bench there. As we go into the dead zone, we might try camera. Yeah, camera 7's got it. Beautiful. Big swim. That looks like Hayley Digney there, swimming that one across the court. Camera 8's actually looking pretty good today.
Yeah, but we're missing that.
We are missing the corner of the wall. Big pullback. But not keeping the puck on her bat there, the Vickersons player. Probably a little bit of hot potato with that flick. Maybe keeping that one on the bat might make life a bit easier for them, as we see WA. Oh, big shoulder charge there. Puck comes off the wall by the Vickersons, looking for the recycle. Amy Barry McCauley dispossessed, and the puck cleared to underneath the sub-bench there. Good bottom time from Bronwyn McKenzie, just lurking behind there. Staying down for support. Excellent bottom time from Bronny, and she ends up with the puck and clears it out to her halfback. Pulls it back, comes back into the middle of the pool, looks for support. Bit of a tussle there. Belinda Keeley ending up with it, but we've got a signal on the original foul there, obstruction. And puck has been pulled up. It'll be put towards the middle of the court there, and it will be a free for Western Australia. Vickersons being pushed back. Looking across towards the other court, it is 1-0 up currently with WA 1-0 over the undefeated New South Wales in the under-19. Is this the gold medal match? Yeah. Under-19. 11 minutes to go in the under-19 gold medal match. We've got a 1-0, so tune over to court 2, where things are really heating up with Sarah Tyndall just massaging the microphone with the beautiful tones. As we get an obstruction against WA here, so Vickersons getting a bit of a reprieve from that drive. And it's a Vickersons free puck in the mid-court. Phoebe Stewart dropping down to take that one, chipping it into the pack, and then chasing it up and following it through. Vickersons, 3 players driving onto the one puck there. It's 3 against 1, and one of them has stayed down and come out with Zoe Canavan. Just panicking a little bit there, not managing to maintain that possession, but it's right underneath the WA sub-bench, so they get fresh players in, and off they go. Looks like Marie there picking that one up and trying to chip it through, and then following it up with some excellent barging into the Vickersons defender. And by excellent, I obviously mean average, as Belinda Keeley there driving that one down the wall through Bronwyn McKenzie, but WA getting the numbers down, settling it underneath their bench here. As you see Bronnie McKenzie coming in, just trying to close that puck down there. And good curl from the WA back to keep that puck in safety, maintain possession as they make a bit of a drive out past their sub-bench through Hayley Digney, and now it's dropped back to the WA half. Might be, I'm not sure who that is with the pink mask strap. Number 12. Maggie Biffin, I thought it might have been Mags. As WA keeping possession and now reloading with the drive. Good support there. Leaving the puck behind, driving forwards. Yeah, questionable obstruction there potentially, I think. Yeah, and Turbo Hands Talbot has pulled the same thing. So Hayley Digney there just dropping the puck behind her, being dispossessed and just taking that extra 1 or 2 kicks over the top of it and holding out the Vickersons defender. As we see a free puck here, looks like they're going to take it across underneath their sub-bench. As WA looking for some fresh subs as it's now pushed down underneath the WA sub-bench. right there in the Bermuda Triangle. Looks like the signature pullback and heads up hockey of Claire Ford, I can see there. Looking for support numbers. Looks like Zoe Canavan with that distinctive bright blue 88 cap getting involved in the play. Bronwyn McKenzie, the fullback, pushing back and screening as we see ourselves in the Bermuda Triangle again, right in the dead zone. We might get something from the corner of camera 8 actually from up there, but we've got something from the middle. And WA there recycling around the outside. Even Stevens here with a bit of a schmozzle right out in front of goals. Vickerson's trying to clear it straight out. For those of you playing at home, obviously clearing it out via the wide outlets is the preferred choice for the backs, but we've got obstruction against the Vickersons this time, signalled by El Presidente, Chief Master and Commander Jenny Kennedy, who's running the referees at this tournament, has been doing a fantastic job with limited resources in stretched circumstances as WA fire that in towards the middle of the goal tray. Bit of a slow turn there from the Vickersons player, and it's been recycled back in. Maggie Biffin electing not to go straight at the tray, slowly playing the possession game around, but then throwing contested pass, which has been picked up by the Vickersons, and now they make a drive. But we've got West Australia looking for a switch here. But they've gone back into the centre corridor and have run into the numbers from the Vickersons as the Vickersons drive down this near side wall in the dead zone underneath the camera. The recycle. 2-on-2 here towards the goal tray. There's some good obstructing going on by that Vickersons forward there. I was surprised if Turbo Hands Talbot misses that one. No, they have left it all go. So just a bit of shepherding there from the Vickersons, but WA able to clear that out.
And a timeout has been called by the New South Wales team.
As the play stagnates underneath the WA sub-bench here. WA in black, leading 6-1 with 7 minutes to go here in this second half of this elite women's bronze medal match.
7.5 minutes left of this match.
And WA just maintaining some possession at the moment. We've got a drive at the goal tray though. That looks like Hayley Digney making a meal of the flick, but then chasing it in. Just catching the Vickersons back line a little bit tired there after what had been a long session of play. And it is the number 11, Hayley Digney, putting that goal in there. Hayley, obviously from the Digney family, a long line of hockey players. I've played with Shane and Scott, who have both played at international tournaments, and then obviously their brother Cade, also a very talented player. And the Digney clan from down Collie Way, one of the heartlands of underwater hockey development in Western Australia, the Collie region. I've been lucky enough to go down and attend the Collie Cup on a few occasions, and what a fantastic event the Collie Cup is. And I have no doubt we have some people watching from Collie this afternoon. As we've got a timeout, game number 117, the Elite Women's Bronze Medal match. Only 2 more games to go here in the 3 metre deep HBF arena. With coming up after this, the Elite Men's Grand Final, followed by the last game of the tournament, the Elite Women's Grand Final. So in the men's, it will be WA against New South Wales. And in the women's, it will be a Tasmania versus the mixed bag Amazons. Tasmania having made the grand final as the only state team in the grand final. They have been crowned national champions, but they will be competing for the medals as they hit it out in there this afternoon. As we're back underway, WA making the strong drive. And angry Zoe Canavan just throwing herself at that puck with a big 45 at the goal tray. We've got a signal on the play, and yeah, Zoe Canavan coming through there. It looked like Talbot signalling stick infringement and gloving by the defenders to clear that one out. So good aggression from Zoe, and she's been rewarded by getting her team a 2-on-1. And it again looks like Claire Ford and Bronwyn McKenzie setting up to take this 2-on-1. And it again looks like Phoebe Stewart for the Vickersons to defend it. So Mackenzie takes the flick and once again flicks it straight into the goal tray, and there's not much you can do about those as a defender, and Stewart unable to get any of that puck. So another goal for WA as they go 8-1 ahead. And it's number 4, Bronwyn Mackenzie, once again taking that and chipping it straight in. As things are heating up in the other side of the court here, as WA have gone up 2-0 against the previously undefeated New South Wales Juniors team. 5 minutes left in this other court as we hit the 5-minute mark in our court as well. Bit of a melee in the middle of the pool here. Neither team able to wrestle control of the bottom. Good numbers staying down from both sides. The Vics have really picked up their bottom time here, as WA slowing it down and just curling it off around and keeping it on the far side wall there. 8-1 up with 4.5 minutes to go. It's gotten to the point where it is too little too late for the Vickers-Ons, as with 30-second countdown timers from post-goal scoring, it is now hit that point where it is physically impossible for them to get ahead, as we see a strong drive from WA, good numbers down, and Vic back, just curling that one back into the contest. Probably some advantage might have been well called for by the referees there, pulling that one up a little bit too early, as we see a stick infringement against the Vickers-Ons, as WA will have an opportunity in front of goals here. Turbohands Talbot not happy with the position of the puck there and accelerating in himself to replace that one, as the puck is just chipped into the middle of the contest. And we're just going to go over for a tit for tat two from Fro, as we've got a bit of a drive here. Good strong swimming and the pullback to go again from the Vickers-Ons. Good bottom time, second and third efforts. Fantastic effort from, I think that was the number 2 from the Vickers-Ons, Naj Bunafe there. Well done, Naj. Fantastic play. And she gets a bit of support here from her teammates who are now driving through. A bit of tuck and jam has failed for them. And WA have managed to scramble that one out wide, but good aggressive pressure from the Vickers-Ons. Once again, patient play from the West Australians, just maintaining possession here. Not quite sure why they've stopped the clock on that far side court. Right.
I'm still not sure. It could be either number 1, Ethan Jones, or number 2.
As play stagnates in the dead zone here. Right underneath the Vickers-Ons bench, so they'll be able to get some players in here and keep some pressure on. Signal from the surface. Turbohands Talbot signalling obstruction, having a few words with the player and pushing back the Vickers-Ons. Oh, excuse me. As we wait for this free puck to be taken. Have we had a timeout or something? No, everyone's just taking a little while. Everyone's relaxed. 2 minutes to go. 8-1 the current score. WA are going to get themselves the bronze medal here as they chip it into the 3-metre D. Good bottom time from the Victorian player there, but it's spilled through the pack to the ever-present and lurking number 3 for Western Australia, Cammy Rees. Little goal fiend Cammy. I think that's Cammy's at least 3rd goal for this match. So well done to Cammy, grabbing another sausage roll there and taking it to 9-1 with 1.5 minutes left on the clock.
And it's been cleared to the middle. New South Wales picking it up, but being met by the Western Australian team. They're pushing it back out to the wall.
As we're back underway here, 9-1. Comfortable lead for Western Australia. As a little bit of chip, nice chip through from Marie there. Finding her centre forward who mucks around with it for a little while. And then a bit of a layback. That looks like the pink snorkel cover of Maggie Biffin there, picking that one up. Chipping it through to her centre. As the Vickers-Ons get a player coming from the sub bench. On the big tuck and drive, 3-on-1. Interesting choice. Hasn't worked out for her. WA have carried this one to the far side. Ref's time out, signalled by Gigi, New South Wales referee. And they're just checking with, looks like the number 8. Number 8, I think, from Vickerson's being flicked in the head there by number 7 from Western Australia. Little Lily Ladd McGovern there has thrown one into the head of Lucero Cruz. So interesting. We have in the men's division, we had Isaac Bridley and Rowan Bridley playing together on one team. And in this game, we've got as father and son. And in this game, we've got mother and daughter playing against each other, with Lucero playing for the Vickersons and Cami playing for the WA team. 9-1, 16 seconds left on the clock. This will be the final score here, and it will be Western Australia who take the bronze medal in this women's elite division here at the 2018 Australian Underwater Hockey National Championships. Congratulations to Western Australia, commiserations to the Vickersons, but congratulations on their 4th place. And a big thank you to the Philippines players who made the journey out here for this game. And that's full time, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you enjoyed the game. 9-1 win to Western Australia. Bronze medal here at the 2018 National Underwater Hockey Championships. Coming up next will be the elite men's game with WA against New South Wales.